Hello, welcome back. This is Miniature Mike. Today we're going to keep doing our series, taking a look at sculpts, seeing which ones I like, which ones I don't like. And if you haven't done it yet, please like, please subscribe, and definitely comment on this video what you think about all these different sculpts we're going to go through. We're going to do Jedi Academy today. And Jedi Academy, I actually really like this set a lot, at least the minis in it. Let's take a look and see how the sculpts shape up though. So Darth Sidious, Dark Lord of the Sith, I think this is actually a pretty solid one for him. We'll see. I'm going to change this around as I go, but just kind of gut feeling, I'll say A tier for now. This is one of my more favorite versions of Darth Sidious. I just especially like his pose, the way he's holding a saber. Kind of looks like menacing, so definitely looks good. Like the red eyes. Let's keep going. Got the R4 unit here, or is it the R8? I don't remember. So we got the R2 unit, or the R unit here. It's pretty sure it's the R4 actually, the one with the targeting. It's fine. It's whatever. I do kind of like the more cone-headed ones. They're kind of fun, but it is what it is. So it's cool. C tier is fine. Imperial Sentinel. I think these guys are straight to A tier. They just have that. They just look so good though. I know they're just kind of standing stoic, but there's these giants. They're painted, I think, pretty well. Something about this quality design just comes straight from like the 90s comic books, and it looks awesome. So not S tier to me, but I always thought these things look fantastic. So the Jinsarai Defender, I'm going to butcher some pronunciations. That's one thing I'm classic on doing. I've always thought this guy looked fantastic. Now, just some granted, and this is a part of the lore I actually don't know, the armor kind of reminds me of Mandalorian-ish armor, especially like the faceplate, but I don't know if there is a connection. Either way, I've always thought these guys looked so freaking cool. In the game, they were a little underpowered, but they're still pretty awesome. For me, these guys are S tier. I think they look so freaking cool. Next, we got Qui-Gon Jinn, the Jedi Trainer version. I think it's cool. It's fine. I think it's alright looking, like it's a decent version of Qui-Gon. Not my favorite one, but it's okay. And Tarian Ranger. This is what he B tier. I think they look cool, but the pose in which he's holding his blaster looks kind of ridiculous to me. But I do kind of like the get up a little bit. It's interesting mini for sure. Next we have Grandmaster Yoda, which is so funny because this one looks so similar to Yoda of Dagobah. No lightsaber with the cane out. It looks good for Yoda, so I'm definitely going to put like top of B tier. Yoda's kind of a small mini. It's kind of hard to really screw him up. He actually looks, in my opinion, almost looks better than some of the early Yodas. Definitely at least this particular sculpt turned out pretty well. I'll keep him high B tier for now. Next we have the Krath War Droid. I don't really care for these things. I'll put them in C tier. Sculpt wise, unfortunately they suffer from getting smashed and flattened all the time. As a droid, it's not to me the most interesting looking droid anyways, so it's not bad. It's just, I'll put it down there. Osu's Guardian, I think for me these guys look pretty cool. I'm going to put him high B tier, maybe A tier. I think that like red staff he has, or they have, that might be, what is that? It's not like a... In the comments, let me know. What is the red staff he's holding? It looks like it's some sort of like snake or serpent. It might be something with a Yuuzhan Vong lore. I just don't know. There really is, a lot I don't know, especially when it comes to that. At least not super deep into it. Let me know. But the Osu's Guardian looks pretty sweet. I might bump it up to A. We'll see here. The Stormtrooper from Jedi Academy. This guy actually looks pretty nice. I think the detail looks pretty solid on the Stormtrooper. I'm not a fan of the Stormtroopers after Rebel... it's Rebel Storm. Yes. Not a big fan of those ones, but this one to me actually looks pretty solid, so I'm going to stick him in B tier. Just looks good, looks crisp detail. Not the biggest fan of the way he's holding his gun, but I'll put him above the Tarian Ranger for me. Next we have the Praetori Vong Warrior. I like this one a little bit more. I think it just looks amazing. The armor, the getup, the kind of the weapon he's holding is kind of wrapped around him, so I think it actually works pretty well in my opinion. Next we have the Crimson Nova Bounty Hunter. I think these ones look pretty sweet. I'll do high B tier as well. Not my most favorite thing, but they look pretty nice overall. Sard C tier Heavy Clone Trooper. This one doesn't look that good in my opinion, unfortunately. Anakin Solo. I don't know. I'm gonna do high C tier. I have never really been I'll do low B tier for now. it's just kind of bland to me. I mean, the detail on the face, it's just not that interesting. So I'm not a fan of Anakin Solo. It's not like I dislike it. Maybe I'll bump him down. It's whatever. There's cooler looking Jedi for sure. Voto Zoisk Boss, to me, looks insane. I think Voto Zoisk Boss looks so cool. Like the detail, maybe not S tier. Maybe I'm being a little bit too bullish on him. We'll revisit it in a second once I'm done with all of these. But I've always thought that the mini, the sculpt, looks super cool for this particular character. So I got to put it up high for now. A tier for sure. I think Darth Maul apprentice basically looks pretty nice. In my opinion, almost one of the cooler looking Darth Mauls. All of the Darth Mauls look great, honestly. This one looks fantastic. I like how he has almost that kind of brown colored like cloak on almost. Looks good. Looks really, really good. Next is the Disciple of Ragnos. It definitely looks just like the game, Jedi Academy. It's solid, nothing too crazy. I'll put it down here in B tier. It's fine. They captured it pretty well from the game. I'll give them that. Not bad. The Peace Brigade Thug. This guy is okay looking. I'm just going to put him in C tier. It's not all that special to me, honestly. Dark Woman. I think Dark Woman looks fine. I don't know about A tier. I think it's okay. I think I'll put it in high B tier. Good looking sculpt. I think it's fine looking. It could be better. I do like the way that the cloak flows. Purple lightsaber looks nice, but doesn't pop to me as much as some of the other Jedi. But it's not bad either. Definitely solid. I'll stick him in there. Plagueis. I'm gonna put Plagueis also high B tier. I think Plagueis looks okay. I mean, this is I don't know. I like the interesting details more on the Imperial Sentinel or whatever than I do on the on Darth Plagueis. Just a very stoic statue looking like thing. It's fine. Captures him fine, but I don't know. B tier's good. Let's see. Next one is Cole Skywalker. I've always thought this Cole Skywalker looked a little odd. It's just the look that I think Cole Skywalker has from like comic books and stuff, but just to me has kind of like an odd, cheesy, weird look to him. I don't know. Not my taste. Cole Skywalker's fine. I'll do low B tier. I'll do right there. That sounds fine. Not my favorite. Rocket Battle Droids. They're okay. I'll do low B tier. Not a big fan. Reborn. Kind of cool looking. I think this Reborn looks pretty nice. Definitely looks really good, like coming out of the Jedi Knight games. I think almost Reborn to me, I think looks a little cooler than Disciple of Ragnos, but they're both B tier, so I'll stick them in the middle. HK Droid, I gotta put this in A tier. I've always thought the HK Droids just look awesome. There's something about them that they just have this like cool, menacing presence about them. Of course, I think HK-47 looks a little better than the HK-50 because it has the bronze tone to it, but I like the HKs. They're cool. Next up, we have, I think this is the Mandalorian. Oh, it's not the Quartermaster. This is the Death Watch Raider, I believe. Please correct me on that if I'm wrong. Let's see, Death Watch Raider. Let's see, B tier. Looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of. I know what they're trying to go with on the helmet, but the helmet to me doesn't exactly do it for me. But the armor looks pretty solid for Mandalorian. I'll just do B tier in the middle. Let's see, Naga Sadow. This is going to be an interesting one. Okay, I'm going to put him in A tier. I think the face is a little messy looking, but I love the armor. I love the giant sword. I think like the kind of the look and detail of them looks pretty nice. I think they have a lot going on. Maybe didn't quite get all of it, but for some reason I just have a thing for this mini. I think it looks really cool, really menacing. You can't put it in like any higher than this though. There's better looking ones, but Naga Sadow to me looks pretty cool. It's just a personal favorite of mine. The Felucian also looks pretty sweet. So when it comes to like a non-unique character from this set, I think the Felucian looks pretty like it looks awesome. I am a fan of this particular mini. Looks cool. Love the kind of like the translucent blue fringes going on the clothes, on the weapon. Looks great. Hey, let's see here. Exceptional Jedi Apprentice. I think looks fine. I do like the double-bladed, like yellowish orange lightsaber. That looks cool. I've always thought that this is kind of like a stand-in for Jaden Core from Jedi Knight 3. Looks good. I think it looks fine. I'm just gonna put it kind of in the fine category. I don't really hate a lot of these, honestly. I just don't know if they're incredible. I think these are better than some of the IE ones, but it's okay. The Priest, unfortunately, this one doesn't quite do it for me when it comes to the Yusun Vong looks. I'm going to have to put this one down in C tier. It's fine. I don't really care for it too much. The Youngling looks okay. I'll put the Youngling just kind of down here in C tier. Let's put it up a little bit higher. I think Youngling's alright. For a little teeny mini, looks good. Definitely comes out of episode 2, especially that scene with Yoda and the Younglings. For me, I have to put for me, Luke Skywalker Grandmaster in C tier. I'm not a fan of this mini. His face looks terrible. I know it's really hard to get faces, so small detail, but I've always thought that kind of the face doesn't look right. I want to do high C tier. It's not the worst thing ever, but I think Luke Skywalker Jedi Master looks so much cooler than this one. It's not even close. So, unfortunately for me, I'm not a big fan of the Grandmaster mini. It just does not stand out to me at all. And I've never been a fan of the Grandmaster character either. It's just, to me, it's weird to have a character that's 115 cost. Is just a rare, not a very rare. I feel like that should be a character that's hard to get, very powerful. Obviously has some weaknesses when they run out of force points, shooters, things like that. But still, it's like, what are we doing here? Not a fan of this. Let's see. Next we have, I think this is Kate Skywalker, I believe. This one's okay. It's like an interesting pose. I do like the kind of more dynamic pose. Almost kind of reminds me of Yoda. Luke when he's on Dagobah a little bit, but definitely solid. I'll do upper B tier. Let's see, Sith Lord. It's tough for me because if I remember it right, when you look at that left side of him, he has like an eye patch. This Sith Lord almost reminds me like a pirate sort of for some reason. I think it looks cool. It looks all right. I'm gonna do low B tier. Not my favorite looking though. I do think the Sith Apprentice looks better. Personally, I think the armor. I'm gonna put A tier. I think the armor on the Sith Apprentice looks pretty sick. So I'm gonna have to bump it up to A tier for me. See Leia Jedi Knight. It's okay. I do like the way the cloak's going. Good stance, good pose. I think maybe the paint job is kind of weak in this case, but I'll do kind of low B tier for me. Jedi Exile, when it comes to the Jedi, it looks a little bit better. I've always pictured this sculpt, though. It looks like he just hit a home run, or Jedi Exile just hit a home run. Like someone pitched him baseball, boom, because to me, it just looks like that kind of like swing, like almost like a baseball swing, like right after you hit the ball. So that's what I've always thought of when I see Jedi Exile. It's a solid sculpt. It's fine. Again, this one doesn't like jump out to me, wow me too much. Kyle Katarn, same thing here. It's okay. Definitely looks better than some of the older Kyle Katarns. I think not bad. I'll do high B tier for this one. I think it looks good. Let's see. Next we got. Okay, we have the Jedi Watchman. I think Battlemaster. The Old Republic Battlemaster. That's all. It's okay. The pose is a little over-exaggerated. It's kind of funny because it's like jumping in the air. The cloak is what's holding it down to the base. And a little too much symmetry. It's just, it's like part of me actually really likes this. It looks like really cool and dynamic, like kind of pouncing or jumping into action. But also part of me doesn't. I'm going to do high B tier though, kind of give it the benefit of the doubt. I do kind of enjoy the really action-oriented pose, almost like it's dodging or jumping into action, something like that. And it looks okay. I'm going to skip and do the Crusader. Crusader's okay looking, kind of just bland. Honestly, some of these Jedi, I might just put this in C tier. I'll put this one in C tier. I'm going to put her in C tier, I think. I'm just going to kind of clean these out a little bit. Put this on top of C tier. Yeah, some of these really are more C tier, honestly. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to put this one in C tier, high C tier as well. None of them are D tier to me, so that's good at least. Last but not least is Master Kruk. If I pronounce that right, excuse me again. It looks okay. I think it's for one of these Jedis come as they come in this set. I'm going to say higher on the B tier scale, so we'll put that. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. Not a whole lot of S tiers. To me, these two are S tier. I think they look really cool. I like these A tiers. To me, they look pretty sweet. B tier looks fine. I might be a little bit too generous somewhat, but I think these are okay, honestly, for B tier. Yeah, I don't know. I'll put this guy on C tier. It doesn't have to be over there. Sith Lord, yeah, Sith Lord's down there for sure. Sure. Yeah, I think this looks okay. So anyway, let me know what you think about this rating. Love to hear what your thoughts are. This is just kind of what I think. There's a lot of different ways to go about this, of course. But I've enjoyed making this one. There's not too many more left. I think there's only like 3, 4 more of these until I get back into doing a different series of tier lists. But anyways, until then, have a good one.